Good morning. This is Dr. B. Koteswar, working as an associate professor from Marri Laxman Reddy Institute of Technology and Management. Today, I am going to give introduction about what is Python programming. So, what is a Python programming language? So, Python is a simple, easy to read, powerful, high-level language. So, it is developed by Dutch scientist Guido van Rossum in 1991. Okay, it is very simple language, simple and easy to read language, okay, which is in high level language. So this is about the definition about the Python. So what is Python? So it is invented by Dutch scientist Guido van Rossum. So it is named Python after the comedy television show Monty's Python Flying Circus. So it is called Python because of that comedy television show. Next, I'm going to discuss about what are the applications of Python. Coming to the applications of Python, we are using Python in web development we are using, and we are using in artificial intelligence, machine learning, image processing. These are the applications we are using Python. And what are the tools to implement this Python programming? So actually IDE, Integrated Development Learning Environment, is a software application which can provide tools, for the purpose of reading and to run the program, to read the program and debug the program. That purpose the tools are used. So the IDE tools are IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment, Eclipse, Python. These are the tools we are going to use to implement this Python. So it is applications of Python: web development, software development, mathematics, system scripting. Python works on different platforms. Python works on different platforms like Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry Pi. That's why it is called platform independent. So Python is called platform independent because it can works on different platforms like Windows, Mac, Linux. And Python has a simple syntax similar to the English language. So very simple syntaxes we are using in Python. That's why it is very easy programming language. Python has syntax that allows developers to write programs with fewer lines than some other programming languages. So in Python, we are using very few lines compared to C and Java. Okay, if you want to write one program by using other different languages, okay, we require more number of lines. But coming to the Python, we are using very less number of lines, very few lines we are using. That's why Python is very easy language. Python runs on interpreter system, meaning that code can be executed as soon as it is written. So it runs on interpreter system. That's why the code can be executed as soon as it is written. This means that prototyping can be very quick. Python can be treated in procedural way, an object oriented way, or a functional way. So this is about Python. In Python, I am going to discuss about what is Python indentation and what is Python comment and what is Python variable. These are the three topics I am going to discuss in this session. Okay, first one, Python indentation. Python indentation is very important concept in programming, Python programming language, because without indentation there is no Python. Without indentation, not possible to get the output. So indentation is very important to implement Python programming language. Okay, so generally in other programming languages we are using curly brackets to represent a block of code, but coming to Python we are using indentation to represent a block of code. Okay, so indentation refers to the spaces at the beginning of the code line. So here you see, here it is a space at the beginning of the code line. It is a space at the beginning of the code line. So in if conditional, in if condition, so I have written some code here. This code, so there is a space, there is a space here, there is a space at the block of code. That space is nothing but indentation. Okay, so where in other programming languages indentation in code is for readability only, the indentation in Python is very important. Python uses indentation to indicate block of code. Why Python uses indentation means it represents a block of code. Indentation represents it's a block of code. Here I have given indentation, it represents it is a block of code simply. So if 5 greater than 2, print 5 is greater than 2. Okay, the condition is true, it will print 5 is greater than 2. So 5 is greater than 2, we are getting the output. Okay. If indentation is not there, what will happen? You can observe in this slide. Okay, so here I didn't give any indentation here. Here also I have written 5 is, if 5 is greater than 2. Okay, if conditional condition I have applied. So if conditional statements I have written in the first statement. So without giving indentation, I have written the second statement, that is print 5 is greater than 2. 5 is greater than 2. Here no indentation. Here no indentation. If there is no indentation in Python, we will get expected an indented block. It represents that there is no indentation is there. So you have to represent indentation so that we will get the output. So that is the meaning of this one. So this is about without indentation, we will get an error. We will get an error. Without indentation, we will get an error. If we give indentation, here if we give indentation for the same two statements, same two statements, if we give the indentation, we will get output is 5 is greater than 2. So 5 is greater than 2 we are getting. This is the output we are getting. So here no indentation, that's why we are not getting any output, we are getting error. Here if you check here, if 5 is greater than 2, print 5 is greater than 2. Here indentation is there, so it is correct. Here also indentation is there. If 5 is greater than 2, print 5 is greater than 2. Here also indentation is there. So both are correct. The first statement is correct. Coming to the second example, if 5 is greater than 2, here if you check the indentation here, some space is here. Okay, na? For the next statement, if 5 is greater than 2, here more space is there. So for the first conditional statement, this block consists of some space. For the second conditional statement, it consists of more space. In this case, the statements are correct. So here, for every block, indentation should be same. Here it is one block, it is another block. For two different blocks, two different spaces are allowed. Two different indentations are allowed. Okay. If you check here, if 5 is greater than 2, print 5 is greater than 2. Print 5 is greater than 2. And here I am giving another space, print 5 is greater than 2. So in this block of code, I have mentioned indentation with different spacing. Here spacing is different, here spacing is different. These two statements are under one conditional statement. So these two indexes are different in a single conditional statement, then it will be the false. Then here you can get the error. You have to use the same number of spaces in the same block of code. Once you check the statement, you have to use the same number of spaces in the same block of code. Otherwise, Python will give you an error. Okay, this is the example for that one. Next, I am going to explain what is Python comment. Comments can be used to explain Python code, make the code more readable, prevent execution when testing. These three conditions, these three things these 3 points shows that comments can be used for explain Python code, make the code readable, and prevent execution when testing. Here, if you check, comment start with the symbol hash. After hash, if you write anything, that is nothing but comment only. After hash, if you write anything, that is nothing comment only. So if you consider second example, here I have written print hello world. My statement is print hello world. After print hello world, I have written one hash. After that, you have written this is a comment. So after the instruction or the statement, if you write hash, okay, after hash, if you write anything, it will consider as a comment for this line print hello world. Okay. Comment does not have to be text to explain the code. It can also be used to prevent, okay, Python from executing codes. So these are the examples regarding Python comment. Multi-line comment. If you see the multi-line comment, sometimes multi-lines are required. So this is here also we are using this hash only. This is the multi-line comment. Next, variables. What are the variables? Simply variables are the containers for storing data. Simply variables are the containers for storing the data. Unlike other programming languages, Python has no command for declaring a variable. Okay, a variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. For example, if you see here, 5 is assigned to x. Here x is variable. X is variable. Okay, 5 is data. This data is assigned to variable. Y is John. It is an integer. John is string. String is allotted to y. String is allotted to y. Here if you give output print x, print y means print x we are getting is 5. Print y we are getting is John. Okay. This is about the simple example. Here if you see x equal to 4, okay, x equal to Sally, print x, print y. Here also we are getting print x, print y. Print x we are getting 4, print y we are getting Sally. Next, string variables can be declared either by using single or double quotations. So we can use single or double quotation to represent string. For example, if I want to write K.S. Rao, single quotation, okay, acceptable. If you write K.S. Rao, in double quotation also string can accept. It can understand that it is a string. It can understand that it is a string. If you see the program here, x equal to welcome, y print x. Okay, x equal to welcome, print x. Next, x equal to John, print x. Here x equal to welcome, print x means we are getting output is welcome. Output is welcome. Next, x equal to John, print x equal to we are getting John. Simply this is the output we are getting. Next, string variables can be declared either by using single or double quotations. Okay, so here I have used double quotation. Here x comma y comma z. Okay, orange, banana, cherry. Print x, print y, print z. We are getting orange, banana, cherry. So these are the 3 outputs we are getting for this one. Okay. So here assigning single value to the multiple variables. Assigning single value to the multiple variables. So now x consists of orange, y consists of orange, and z consists of orange. If you write print x, output is orange. If you write print y, output is orange. If you write print z, output is orange. Every time we are getting orange only. Because orange is assigned to x, y, z. Now that's why we are getting. Next, for example, x equal to awesome. print Python is plus x. Python is plus x. Simply Python is up to this value, double quotations are there, same value will be here. Python is awesome, x equal to awesome. So this is about next program. Next, x equal to Python is y equal to awesome. If you check here, x equal to Python is y equal to awesome. If you write x plus y, then what you will get? X plus y. Python is awesome. Here you are getting output. Python is awesome. X equal to 5, y equal to 10, x plus y. Print x plus y. Here we are getting 15. Next, x equal to 5, y equal to John. If you observe carefully here, one is integer type, another one is string type. If you want to add integer type and string type, x plus y print, it will give an error. Type error. Okay. So this is about today class. Today I have discussed about what is the definition of Python, what are the advantages of Python, what are the applications of Python, what are the features of Python, what is IDE, Integrated Development Environment, and what are the IDE tools, and why it is called Python, I have discussed. Okay, what are the applications of Python, I have discussed. And coming to regarding Python, I have discussed about what is comment, and I have discussed about what is the indentation in Python. Okay, these are the topics: Python comment, Python indentation, Python variables. These are the topics I have covered till now. Thank you everyone.